There are great games in college football, and then there's this one. Army versus Navy, the tradition, the pride, the pageantry. And this year, it's even better. Two bowl teams, nationally relevant option powerhouses, and a Commander-in-Chief's trophy with real stakes. This one just means more. It's Go Army, beat Navy. It's Go Navy, beat Army. I'm your host, Nathan Johnston. It's time to break the huddle. Just as always, you can see the helmets behind me. We've got the Army versus Navy game this Saturday on CBS at 3 p.m. in M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. They'll be playing in the Baltimore Ravens Stadium. Navy coming into this one favored by 6 points. And this is a great game, guys. Navy coming into this game 9-2 will be in the Liberty Bowl versus Cincinnati. Army, on the other hand, 6-5. They're going to be playing in the Fenway Bowl versus UConn. The last three meetings, Navy blowout in 2024, Army thriller in 2023. This one's going to be just as electric. And you have to remember, for this game, forget the records. It's Army versus Navy. Both teams possess elite run games and top-tier time of possession, classic service academy football, but with high ceilings this year, especially for Navy. Let's talk about why Army will win this game. Well, number one, clock control is their superpower. Army leads the nation in time of possession with 35 minutes per game. No one else is even close, and even Navy trails by nearly 3 minutes. Army wants this game to slow down. Navy wants to speed it up. Army wants to shrink possessions, squeeze the life out of Navy's offense. Number two, run defense dictates everything. This is a team that is used to going against the option, and I understand Navy has moved away from the triple option. It's more of like a wing T type option. It's different, and it's more pass mobility. Army is 6-1 when holding opponents under 180 rushing yards. The formula? Force Navy into third and longs. Make them pass more than they want to. Horvath thrives on his run game for Navy. Got to get him to throwing the ball more. Not saying they can, but again, they thrive on run. Number three, Army thrives in ugly, low yardage wins. The more bogged down the game, the better the Knights' offense, and the better the chances the Knights have. They can turn this into an Air Force-style grind where Navy is forced to hit the deep shots, and that is not what they want to do. And number four, Army's penalty discipline. Fewest penalty yards in FBS, only 24 yards of penalties per game. That's crazy. In a razor-thin matchup like this, that's worth 3 to 7 points, no doubt in my mind. All right, let's talk about why Navy will win this game. Number one, Navy is more explosive, period, point blank. Number one rushing offense in America, averaging 298 yards on the ground per game. Total offense ranked 24th in the nation, 434.7 yards per game. Passing, better than Army, and meaningfully so. And it's true. Blake Horvath has done a tremendous job through the air this year. They don't run a triple option like Army does, so it's a little different. It gives them a little bit more pass mobility and the ability for Horvath to throw it out deep. Number two, Blake Horvath is the X factor. Guys, 1,300 passing yards on 9 touchdowns, completing 62% of his passes, and over 1,000 yards rushing with 14 touchdowns. I believe Haynes King has 14 rushing touchdowns as well, if that tells you anything. He's the best player on the field, hands down, and he can beat you vertically. He can beat you vertically, he can beat you with his legs, and that's a dangerous recipe for a triple option team like Army, who thrives on stopping the run game. Number three, third down domination. Navy converts 49% of the time, ranked 12th nationally in third down conversion rate. Army's defense allows 44% conversions on third down, ranked 123rd out of 136 FBS teams. That's a massive mismatch, massive. And it plays very heavily in Navy's favor. Number four, early scoring flips the script. If Navy gets ahead, Army cannot throw from behind. 78 passing yards per game. Awful. I think their quarterback has 3 passing touchdowns on the year and 2 picks. So they highly run the ball. That's all they do. They run the ball. Game script collapses immediately for Army if they get behind. Number 5, Navy's been tested by elite offenses. Their only 2 losses are to North Texas, who almost made the playoff and won 11 games, and Notre Dame, who just missed out on the playoff, winning 10 games. Neither cared about Navy's run tempo. Army will care, and Navy knows how to punish that. Let's look at the key stats to frame this matchup. Let's start off with Navy. Total offense, like I said, 434 yards total per game, ranked 24th. Army, very much behind. Almost 100-yard difference, 335 yards per game, ranked 110th. Passing yards, 136 for Navy versus 78 yards per game for Army. Rushing, kind of similar. Navy ranks first, 298 yards, first in the nation. Behind them is Army, ranked 5th in the nation with 256 yards rushing per game. Scoring offense, 32 points per game for Navy, 23 points per game for Army. The defense, Navy, good versus run, vulnerable versus pass. But Army isn't really built to exploit that. And that puts Army in a really bad position heading into this game. On the other side, Army, solid overall, but bad on third down. That could be the difference, especially with how Navy runs the option, right? They have the ability to throw the ball. They have the ability to run the ball. Fullback dive, Horvath sneak, RPOs, everything's on the table for this offense. And that's a recipe for disaster for this Army defense. Team leaders for Navy, you got Horvath plus Texza and Henrich. Army, Helms, quarterback, Short, and Henderson. It's just not even close to me, guys. Navy has the better team leaders. Momentum. Navy just beat Memphis by 11. And guys, Memphis was playing for an American Conference title spot. Army coming off of a road win versus UTSA, which is a very tough environment to play in. Very tough environment. But there's nothing like this Army-Navy game. When we look at the key matchups, what Army must do to win? Well, they've got to turn this game into a slugfest. They got to limit Navy's ability to pass the ball. Number 2, hold Navy under 20 first downs. Yeah, you got to get them 3 and out. Point blank. If they continue to convert on those third downs, it's going to be a long day for the Army Knights. Number 3, win time of possession by plus 10 minutes. Going to be hard to do against a team that wants to run the ball a lot too. They've got to prevent Horvath from explosives. Like I said, guys, they cannot allow Horvath to get it on the edge and take off for 15, 20 yards. And they've got to avoid penalties. They're the best in the nation at it. It's their best trait. Can they limit penalties? All right, on the other side, what does Navy have to do to win? Well, they must hit 2 to 3 chunk pass plays early. They got to get the ball out early, test that in the Army secondary, and keep them on edge. They got to convert third downs at their season rate, which is 49%. They can't let Army's long drives dictate tempo. You got to get them 3 and out. If they put up 7 to 9 minute drives and they finish with points, it's going to be a long day. And then finally, they got to score first. Force Helms to throw. You force this Army team to throw, it's going to be a long day for the Knights. A very long day for the Knights. In the end, I'm going to take the Navy midshipmen. Give me the Navy midshipmen 34-17. I think Army puts up a fight in the beginning, but I think Navy just has too much firepower in the end. I think Navy's offense is just balanced enough, just explosive enough, and just better on third down consistency to sustain drives Army won't be able to match. And Army keeps it close with time of possession, but Navy's quarterback advantage seals it late. That's my final prediction. Drop your score prediction down below. Let me know who you're cheering for in this one. Really appreciate all the service men and women out there who put their lives on the line so that way I have the capability of doing a show like this for you guys. Can't thank you enough for all you do, for the sacrifice that you and your family make on a daily basis. Go Army, go Navy, but in the end, go Navy. I think Navy wins this one 34-17. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. Help us to get to 1,000 subs. Really appreciate all the support so far. And be sure to check us out live on Break the Huddle After Dark, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube to cover the Army-Navy game live with in-game commentary and analysis. You won't want to miss out. We'll see you Saturday afternoon. It's time to Break the Huddle.